Theresa May failed to condemn Donald Trump today, over his decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The Prime Minister told MPs this afternoon that she intends to speak to the US President about the issue, but the UK government's position on the issue has not changed. But despite calls for her to unequivocally condemn the decision, she failed to do so. The President's announcement that the US will move its embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, to be made in a statement this evening, is expected to spark unrest in the region. U.S. officials have been warned to avoid Jerusalem's Old City and the West Bank until further notice. Jerusalem's status has been a stumbling block in decades of on-off Israeli-Palestinian peace efforts. Israel considers the city its eternal and indivisible capital and wants all embassies to be based there. But Palestinians want the capital of an independent Palestinian state in the east of the city. At Prime Minister's questions, Labour MP Ben Bradshaw called on Mrs. May to unequivocally condemn Trump's decision to move the embassy. He said, "The recognition by Donald Trump of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel will do grave damage to the prospects for a just and lasting peace settlement between the Israelis and the Palestinians, which has been British, and indeed American foreign policy for decades." The Prime Minister said, "I am intending to speak to President Trump about this matter, but our position has not changed. Our position has been a long-standing one. It's also a very clear one. That the status of Jerusalem should be determined in a negotiated settlement between the Israelis and the Palestinians, and Jerusalem should ultimately form a shared capital between the Israeli and the Palestinian states. We continue to support a two-state solution. We recognize the importance of Jerusalem and our position on that has not changed." Washington's Middle East allies have all warned against the dangerous repercussions of his decision. Pope Francis called for Jerusalem's status quo to be respected, saying new tension in the Middle East would further inflame world conflicts. China and Russia expressed concern that the plans could aggravate regional hostilities. Trump will sign a national security waiver delaying a physical move since the United States does not have an embassy structure in Jerusalem to move into. A senior administration official said it could take 3 to 4 years to build one. But Trump's decision, a core promise of his campaign last year, will upend decades of American policy that has seen the status of Jerusalem as part of a two-state solution for Israelis and Palestinians. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu did not comment on Wednesday on the planned move. Israeli Justice Minister Alat Sheikh said Israelis should wait and see what happens with Trump's announcement. The Palestinians have said Trump's move would mean the kiss of death to the two-state solution. He is declaring war in the Middle East, he is declaring war against 1.5 billion Muslims, and hundreds of millions of Christians that are not going to accept the holy shrines to be totally under the hegemony of Israel, Manuel Hussein, the chief Palestinian representative to Britain, told BBC Radio. Senior Trump administration officials said Trump's decision was not intended to tip the scale in Israel's favor and that agreeing on the final status of Jerusalem would remain a central part of any peace deal between Israel and the Palestinians. In defending the decision, the officials said Trump was basically reflecting a fundamental truth, that Jerusalem is the seat of the Israeli government and should be recognized as such. "The president believes this is a recognition of reality," said one official, who briefed reporters on Tuesday about the announcement. "We're going forward on the basis of a truth that is undeniable. It's just a fact."